The Big Snooze is certainly an interesting cartoon. This was released in 1946, directed by Robert Clampett and Arthur Davis, and we have Mel Blanc as Bugs Bunny and Arthur Q. Bryan as Elmer Fudd. And Elmer Fudd is fed up of his contract, he storms off. Bugs is obviously very disgruntled by this, because how is Bugs going to star in a cartoon if there's no Elmer Fudd there to be his antagonist? So Bugs decides to get his own back by using nightmare paint, and we do have the classic wonderful animation sequence of paint being applied in patterns, kind of like your tartan paint, and this gives Elmer Fudd various nightmares and kind of interesting dream sequences that happen as a result of it. I didn't mind it. From an animation perspective, I thought it was pretty good. There's one bit that I loved, and Bugs says something like, "Walk this way," or you know, "Follow me this way," and he does a little sequence of dancing, and quick as a beat, Elmer Fudd, wearing a very interesting costume, does the exact same routine that Bugs has just done. And it's just really interesting to see the two different characters doing the exact same movements. And they have obviously very different statures, physically they look very different. So I just thought it was a really fascinating thing that came across really well on screen. As a rule, I'm not a big fan of dream sequences in anything, and kind of that aspect of it didn't speak to me too much, but I liked the narrative within a narrative. I think it worked relatively well. Bugs had a good motivation. The paint, I thought, worked as a nice trope. That was pretty suitable. I liked Elmer Fudd in it, and I liked Bugs Bunny in it. It's not my favourite. It never will be my favourite. As I've mentioned, there are specific aspects of it that I thought were very effective, very, very well done. Loved the little dance sequence. Generally, it's not one I'm going to rush to, but I will probably watch it again at some point. I really didn't mind it, and if you haven't seen it, it's certainly one that I'm happy to recommend. If you've not seen The Big Snooze and you're a fan of Elmer Fudd or Bugs Bunny, definitely one that's worth a watch at least once.